I'm your host, Jasmine, and tonight we will be recapping Bridgerton episode 5. I'm coming to you live from the Sidewalk Film Center and Cinema in Birmingham, Alabama, and I have a very special co host tonight. Her name is Dr. Cara White. Say hello to the people.
Hello. Hello. Yes, people.
Cara, Cara is very near and dear to my heart. She is my five duck, if you did not know. I am a woman of Delta Sigma Theta sorority, and I am the eight. She is my five. Very glad to have her here, all the way from the state of Georgia. Cara is a
Yes,
board
yes.
certified pharmacist, and she is also the CEO of Innovative Pharmacy Solutions.
Mhm.
How you doing?
I'm great. What about you?
I'm doing good. Did you get a margarita? Or did you get a
I
drink?
do have a margarita, a
Okay,
secret
well, are
margarita cup.
you a fan? Let's like air cheers, air toast.
Cheers.
Okay, cheers. Okay, so let's hop straight into it. You are my first guest who has
Yes,
ever read the books. When did you read them?
after the show.
After the show. What prompted you to read the books?
The show was so good and it kept my attention. So I was like, wait, it's a book series? Let me read the books. So right now I'm on the second book now. So I've already read The Duke and I. Very, very good. I
Okay.
suggest it.
Oh, and I
And
also
so,
want to take a moment and shout out my in-person guests. So since Cara is joining me virtually, very glad to have Bernie here. He's a whole vibe. He's just watching over my shoulder, making sure we get the facts straight. Okay. So
yes,
like
Bernie, get
he's my in-person
straight.
guest tonight. So let's talk about what's been brewing on the internet about Bridgerton episode 5. Number one, let's go ahead and give a big shout out. Bridgerton has been renewed for season 2. That's what's up. That's what's up. Lady Whistledown and Shonda Rhimes announced that we will be having a season 2, and it's going to focus on Daphne's brother, Lord Anthony Bridgerton. So he was like the number one hater or number one cop blocker in season 1. Like he was not really trying to have Daphne out here in the streets dating these people, and now it's going to be his turn. What do you think about that? Now we'll get to see things from a male perspective.
I think it's definitely going to be a lot different for Anthony when he goes out on the scene. Just especially considering like Daphne's number one, he's her little sister.
Mm-hmm.
And then number two, he has to be protected because his father passed away. So he has to be the man of the house. So he's responsible for bringing her to the scene. But then we have like him, he's been out there. How do we call it? He's been around the block a couple of times,
Couple
if you
of.
know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
So it's definitely going to be different for him. And I feel like, too, with him being a male, he has the upper hand in this whole thing because the women in the show, they have to, I have to present myself a certain way so a man will find me.
Yeah.
And he's just like, let me see. I don't like her. As if
Which
he's
one
buying
do
a
I
car or
want?
something. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like, which one? Oh, let me see. I don't like her. She doesn't read enough, or she doesn't have a nice. She doesn't look like she can. What did the dude say? Her teeth. Let me see your teeth.
Yes, let me see your
Like if her
teeth.
teeth are,
He said, let me take her, let
she's
me
not
see
gonna.
how she spins on the dance floor.
Yeah, So I feel like it's so much better for men in that sense, especially back in that day, that just for them to find a person was just, oh, they can do that. But for Daphne, it was definitely harder for her.
Next up, we have the intimacy is growing on Bridgerton. The vibes between Daphne and Simon, like basically things are getting spicy. People are saying they're watching Bridgerton,
Yeah.
and they feeling some type of way down there. It's spicing up things in people's bedrooms. In this episode in particular, we get to see the iconic where were they in the art gallery scene where like their hands just lightly graze one another and touch. It's getting all of that. It's getting really intimate. Have you been enjoying
Uh,
that part of the show?
yes, it's definitely to talk, especially at work. People are, oh my gosh, have you seen this? Have you seen this?
Yeah.
I feel like it's definitely bringing the life back into certain marriages I've seen. People are realizing that, just the art of communication can even spark fire and just simple stuff gracing of the hand when they're sitting there. And I think too with them, you know, they were trying so hard not to like each other, that lust and that just really drawing them more closer together, you know.
They were playing with each other too much. You know how when you're young and it's like the person you like, you run around and hit them, or you steal their snack or something. That's all they were doing. It was really cute. They were bound to fall for one another. They were bound to. So since we're talking about intimacy here, and we've seen their like intimacy grow, even though they haven't gotten physically together yet, what are some of your favorite forms of non-physical intimacy?
Non-physical intimacy to me would be communication. Like if you can have a communication with, like a conversation with me, and actually intrigue my, and like keep my attention, because of course my mind is going to, yes, stimulate my mind, talk about something like that just really makes me think, you know. Oh my goodness. Then that's you got my heart then.
It's nice. It's nice. So then, what is the difference then between intimacy and like lust? How do you kind of tell the difference when, I know we may be attracted to each other physically, right? But how can you tell when we have something deeper?
I feel like the intimacy part is the closeness and the familiarity. Ooh, I don't know, chop that word up. But just to be familiar with the person, like you're familiar with them, you know, and y'all close, you know, they're in your space. I feel like lust is more of the sex part, like, oh, I just want to connect with you on a sexual level. But what about connecting with me? Again, communication. What about just sitting here not doing anything but just enjoying my presence, you know?
Can we comfortably do nothing together?
Yes. Or can we comfortably go to a breakout room and actually break out the room? Like, can we work together? That's intimate. Together. Let's break out this room together. Yeah. Like, let's not have an argument of what clue goes where, you know? I really feel like people miss out on that. They're like, oh, you know, oh no, we're a match, but can y'all work together to actually accomplish some stuff, you know?
Can this person be your partner? I know Will and Jada aren't relationship goals anymore, but I did like when Jada said one time that she called with, she didn't say husband, she called him something, but basically he was her partner, and that just signified like being together, like we're a team, we're a unit. So I do like that. Not bad marriage.
Yeah, it has to be.
Yeah,
it has to be a partnership, because if y'all can't work together, trust me, when it comes to finances, when it comes to children, all of y'all got to be on the same page with that. And if that doesn't happen, you know, that's doomed to fail. So,
okay. So
tonight,
moment from the internet is the friendship between the cast members. So the Bridgerton cast, like, I don't know if you follow them on Instagram or Twitter, but they be kicking it. Like, they friends. And I think that's just exciting. They what?
I don't know. I think
like they friends.
It could be for publicity.
They got me fooled at least. I think they friends. What do you think? Do you think it's just for the gram?
I think it may be just for,
okay.
You know, like, oh, what's coming up, you know, like, oh, let's let, you know, because it's big. This is like the #1 Netflix show of all time to me, you know. So they're living off the hype, but I don't know. I really don't know.
Okay. So Daphne and Simon had to go to Queen Charlotte and ask them and basically get her permission for their marriage license to be officiated so that they could get married. Of course, we remember that Queen Charlotte was a little salty because Daphne did not choose her nephew, the prince.
Was she should be salty. Okay.
I mean, yeah, I can see that.
Sorry, but yeah, she's
gang. Yeah. So what was surprising about this moment, though, is that Simon came out with this whole like speech, this whole like proclamation of how much he really cared about Daphne, and she looked a little surprised. I was sitting at home like, I don't know if I'm buying it. What did you think? No.
I like the speech. I really liked the speech. It was good. Claps off to you, especially considering you couldn't speak the first 4 years of your life. You know, claps off to you. But I just felt like, no, because the whole thing, first of all, you didn't even want to marry her anyway, considering. So, you know, for you to come and give this whole speech, even Daphne was like, what? Like, you really No, so I didn't buy it at all. I felt like he should have saved it.
Thankfully, Queen Charlotte bought it because they were allowed to get married. Okay, so our piping hot moment number 2. Lady Featherington and her girls get to the dress shop and they are met with a block because they cannot afford new dresses. Now, from the last episode, it's revealed that Lord Featherington has been mismanaging their finances. He's been gambling away all of their money. And finally, it's come to the light. Lady Featherington knows what's up. But a new ball is right around the corner. You know, it's just ball season. They go to the dress shop, try to get some dresses. It's a no. So I said it was embarrassing because she clearly had no idea about what was going on in their finances. And I just don't feel like that's how it should be in a marriage. So talk a little bit about how you think finances should be married as this partner unit team that we've been talking about.
Yeah. Me personally, I'm a planner. I like to put everything out on a spreadsheet kind of thing. Everything that comes in the house, I need to know what's accounted for. Agreed. So first of all, Lady Featherstone, I mean, I know it was a different time back then, but no, what are you bringing home from job A, B, C, and D? And this is what I'm bringing home from job A, B, C, and D. Put it all on a spreadsheet. This is going to house fund, vacation fund, savings fund, stock fund. Everything is accounted for. There is no penny left unturned. And that's how I feel like it should be. Both of y'all need to be on the same page about it, because when I tell you, when something comes up missing or something come up short or a goal hadn't been met, that's a problem.
I agree. I was just sitting there like, my God. I mean, you're right. It was a different time. But I was just sitting there like, my God, how did she have no idea that, like, all of your money is gone since you got, don't you have like 3 kids? Like,
yes, and 3 daughters at that, that she figured out. First of all, she got to marry him off. And then she got Marina too.
You got all these children. You're completely unprepared. I thought that was just terrible. Now, on the flip side, though, okay, on the flip side, Lord Featherington felt like he was just being the man of the house. Like, he didn't have to tell her. He was just providing. You know, he was just doing what a man was supposed to do. Even after he started noticing, like, hey, I'm losing all these gambling debts and we're going downhill, at what point do you think he should have brought his wife in or should have said something? Or does he kind of get a pass since he was trying to be the man of the house, you know?
No pass. No pass is given. But I will say, I want to call Lady Featherington to the carpet on this one, because she knew he was a gambler before she got with him. It ain't no secret. You know, come on now. He didn't just start gambling. She should have known that. So she knew what she was getting into before they even had kids. She should have known that. So
I do believe
that's her fault.
I had one of my friends, I can't remember who it was, but one of my friends said that a man shows you who he is from the very start. Like, when you go on the first date with a man, if he's sitting at the table and he's telling you, I like video games and chicken wings, sis, he like video games and chicken wings, okay? We women tend to come, like, we'll come to the date dressed up, glammed up, you know, we'll try to, like, eat cute a little bit or, you know, walk in our heels longer than our feet might want us to. You know, we kind of try to put on our best. The man gonna show up as his regular self. Don't try to think it's anything else. So you're right. I definitely believe that Lord Featherington was probably a piss poor gambler when they were dating, if they even dated. But when she met him, and that just carried over into her marriage. So she should have been suspect. She should have, like, not trusted him as much with these finances, because she probably knew about him in the past. You're right. That's a really good point.
But I will say that men, sometimes they may have the mask on. I feel like, personally, it takes a year before you actually get to see the real person.
Ooh, that's just my opinion. Year, 365 days.
People try to be like, oh, you know, oh, I'm gonna be well put together. And especially if you go do like long distance kind of things. So then it means they only have to be themselves for like the weekend that you're there, or that certain time. But I think a year, because people can play a game.
I'm not giving you a year. If we let me tell you, you got 3 smooth months, about 90 days for me. 3 months. I feel like if I don't know you well enough to, like, trust you or feel like I know the real you after 3 months, to the left, what we doing here? That's a waste of time.
Okay.
But I do believe in letting your relationships with people go through seasons. You know, like in the beginning, everything can be all good and fun and popping. You know, we just having fun together. That may be those 3 months. That can maybe the time where I just establish, okay, I like you for real. Now, after that, though, I do believe we should be together long enough for me to see you mad. I like to see you sad, stressed out. You know, what happens if something bad happens? How do you handle those situations? So I do believe you should give your relationship some time to go through some seasons, you know, before you kind of dive into marriage or make things super serious. Yeah.
You better tell them, girl. You better.
And so as we talk about things getting pretty serious, also from this embarrassing dress moment, we remember that Colin and Marina are getting pretty close. You know, our good sis Marina is pregnant. She's trying to find a nice baby daddy. Colin's looking like the perfect snack, and they're growing closer. And Penelope is pressed and stressed about it, okay? She tried to talk to Marina. Marina is like, sis, swerve. I'm trying to handle some things. Get out of here with that. How do you feel about the situation? Penelope is trying to fight for the name of her friend. You know, we know she likes Colin. Colin clearly has no idea, but how do you feel about it? Should Penelope just mind her business? Is Marina doing the right thing? I mean, we just talked about how Lady Featherington should have been providing for her daughters. Marina has a baby she's trying to provide for too. What's up?
Okay, number one, Penelope need to tell Marina what's up. First of all, if that's your cousin, your friend, your homegirl, you need to let your homegirl know what's going on. Because if y'all both interested in the same people, that's not gonna work. That's number one. Marina, I mean, I get it. I get the hustle girlfriend. You know, you a hustle girl. I get it. But that's real shout out. And as you know, Penelope, yeah, that's your friend. You know, but she's not doing it on the like to save her friend. She's doing it because that's what she wants. That's her meal ticket, you know. Even though I know she's not looking at it as a meal ticket, but like that's what her meal ticket is. So she's like, nah, you over here stepping on my boundaries. Yeah. But no, Marina is really out of step with that one. Like if you want to take care of your child, you better go over there and get that old man with the messed up teeth, girl, because you can't ruin somebody else out of your, first of all, I don't want to call it a mistake because she was, you know, in love and stuff, but like, don't try to bring somebody else down and into your mess because you don't know how to control yourself.
Yeah. So our third piping hot moment from Bridgerton episode 5 is a whole discussion about Simon's pullout game. Okay, he and Daphne are married now. We saw them last episode. It was a battle to the death. They were about to duel over her honor. Now they're married, you know, get to enjoy married people things. But we know that Simon's not trying to have no children. So let's talk about that. He has entered this marriage on a full-fledged lie.
Lie!
How mad would you be? Daphne has no idea. We do see her finally confront her mom about her lack of preparation. But Simon has still entered this marriage on a full-fledged lie. Let's talk about it.
First of all, thank you, Simon, for teaching me the difference between cannot and will not. I will say that like over and over and over and over. That is a huge difference. Poor little Daphne. She is just going into the situation oblivious to everything that's going on. Like, she's just like, well, you know, oh, it's the Duke and the Duke and the Duke. Like, girl, she going in feeling sorry for him. Yeah. No, Simon does not need anybody's pity. Simon needs to go resolve his daddy issues. That's what he needs to go do. And he needs to go to therapy and counseling. But I don't even know if they had that back then. But I highly suggest if you have issues with your mama issues, your daddy issues, please take this time. My professional advice is to go to counseling. So you're not like Simon.
I agree. No, I agree. So in summation, Simon needed therapy. We don't know if they were around, but to anybody that may be watching who may be dealing with a similar situation, therapy. BetterHelp.com.
Therapy
for Black girls. It helps. Google, you know, find you somebody. Okay, now it's time for games and guesses. Let's have some fun.
Okay.
Okay, so in honor
Yay!
of Anthony Bridgerton being our star next season and, taking the lead in the marrying market, tell me which one of these famous brothers would you keep and which one would you send back on out to the streets, okay? Number one, we kind of already answered this one. Anthony versus Colin Bridgerton. I know.
I just send both of
I'm
them.
really feeling either one of them.
I just send both of them. I can't.
Okay, all right. They both going back to the streets. Next, we got Omarion and his little brother Orion. Which one you keeping?
I think I'm gonna keep Orion. I feel like he's not too out there. I mean, he's out there, but he's not like all out in the block. So I'm gonna keep Orion. Omarion, too many people know Omarion. So back to the streets.
I only ever really see Orion when he's with Omarion. Like I don't know what he be doing all the other times when he's
See?
Yeah. Next, Liam or Chris Hemsworth.
I'll say Chris.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Chris.
Okay. Next, we have Marlon or Shane Wayans. I mean, not Shane, Lord. Marlon or Sean Wayans.
My personal opinion, I just want to keep both of them for homeboys, though. Like, I feel like go out and town.
Homeboys. We are not going to pick a friend. Who you keep it and who for the streets. No friends over here.
Can we not have friends? Okay.
You too grown for friends.
Okay, I'll pick Marlon.
Okay. Sean back to the streets. I mean, he not coming to your house tonight. Good Lord. Lastly, we have Prince William or Prince Harry. Who you keeping? Who for the streets?
I'm gonna keep Harry.
Okay, I think that's your choice. I was looking for pictures of William and Harry. I could not find one picture of William with a full head of hair. It was.
That's what oh my gosh, this little patch here is gone. And I think about kids, they don't have no hair, and
it looked like he started going bald young too.
Yes, and he's just so serious. I mean, he doesn't smile, he doesn't have fun. I'm just like, come on, like, live a little. I understand you got to worry about the crown and the throne and all of that eventually, but still, you're young. Have fun now.
He reminds us of Anthony Bridgerton.
That is very different.
Got to take on all that responsibility.
Yes.
Maybe we'll see Anthony go a little bald by the end of the series. Who knows?
I know. Hopefully, doggone sideburns. Oh my goodness.
Yes, they are so long and thick. My God, they look like cracks on the side of his face. You are
just like,
right.
Can we beat it up?
Yeah. I don't want to nuzzle up against
that.
Okay, now for our guesses. So we see that things aren't going so well between Anthony and his true love, Sienna. Miss Opera singer. That's Bay. But Bay is not, in the high privileged society with him. So it's not out between them. But season 2 is coming up and he'll have his opportunity to pick who he wants, allegedly. Do you think, they'll get back together, or is it still not really going to work out?
No. I feel like she is to the point where she's getting to the point she's through with him. She's tired of being the woman in the shadows kind of thing. And so she's finally coming out on her own, and she's going to realize, like, because I feel like all women do that, like, you know what? No, you with the games. I'm tired of playing your games. I'm tired of going around with you. So, no, I'm done with you. I feel like him, honestly, I feel like he's going to pick somebody that's completely different from all the women he's ever been with. I feel like it's going to be completely off the spectrum from him. Everybody's going to be like, what? Do you pick her?
Yeah.
So
I do feel like he's going to get to choose from many pickings. Okay, next. Do you think that the Featherington girls are going to find a match? Their daddy came in with his debts and definitely cop-blocked them this season. But what do you think? You think they got another shot? Somebody's going to come back around?
I feel like there's love for everybody. It's a match for everybody in the world. I really do. However, I don't think they can find it no time soon with them yellow dresses. I'm sorry. She got to change some yellow dresses. Somebody call it a fashion consult for her because those yellow dresses are horrible. So until she changes some yellow dresses, no, they're not going to find anybody.
Yeah, and the dresses have like all them flowers on them too. Like it's not just the color.
About yellow is so loud in itself.
Yeah.
Like yellow, if you're gonna yellow, be calm yellow. But I don't need flowers, and then you got everything all pushed up and no.
I've been thinking that too. Now that's another thing I thought because all these women are supposed to be like real, you know, like ladylike and demure. However, them titties be sitting like they be up high and open, and all them dresses, like
girl,
that's pretty tempting for somebody who ain't even supposed to be holding hands.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I guess, you know, again, saying they're trying to see the whole package. How do you spin on the floor? How do your teeth look? What do your breasts look like? People want to know too much. You know, these guys want to know too much about these women, but they can't touch. It's like they look, but they can't touch. So they have to leave something to the imagination. But you putting it all out there to me, and I'm like, girlfriend, no. In the yellow dress, everybody else in like nice, calm, soft, calming colors, and then you busting in with a yellow dress.
Yeah, the Bridgertons,
loud.
That blue. They be coming in that blue. They be lit. Okay.
Exactly.
Lastly, who did you think was Lady Whistledown? At this point in the series, did you already pretty much know who it was? Did you have an idea? I can say by the end, I didn't really. I was shook by the end. They got me. I didn't think Lady Whistledown was who it is. But what did you think at this point?
What? I thought I was thinking Lady Dandry. I was like, okay, she's there. You know, she's the person in the background that's really not getting to pay a lot of attention. Mm-hmm. You know, she's just real smooth with it. She can maneuver in and out of rooms. And so that's what I was going with. But then I was like, dog, it's not her. So.
Okay, all right.
You know, so we have to think about who's going in and out of these rooms that's not getting noticed.
Right. Who is always around but not in the spotlight.
Not in the spotlight. They may get noticed, but they're not in the spotlight.
Okay, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure to send all of your questions, comments, and observations to thejasminetpc@gmail.com. Right now, Cara and I are about to log off and do an exclusive bonus interview that you will get to see later. But in the meantime, in between time, like, share, and comment on this video. Send it to all of your friends, and I will be right back here next Thursday at 7 p.m. ready to break down Bridgerton episode 6 for you. Cara, you just hold on one moment. We will reconnect again soon. Bye.
Yay. See y'all.